Today's video is going to be a fun one. I'm having a very competitive spar, with my friend DrakeUFC. He does make UFC content, at a very high level. He plays ranked, streams. So you guys should definitely check him out. But we're going to be using Leon Edwards in this matchup, and we're going to be facing Darren Till. So, one thing we do know, the power and speed, as far as in the boxing and the punches, all that, everything is going to be, on his side. So what we can do as a Leon player is chop down the legs and minimize his power so we can win more exchanges. If we don't do that and we constantly exchange, or he forces us to exchange, what's going to happen is I'm going to end up getting rocked over and over. DrakeUFC is also very good at stamina management, draining, so you have to be very careful with your output. He's good at countering, so you kind of have to play a little bit slower and kind of find your opportunities to, throw more combos or to counter him. If you start forcing it too much, then, it goes downhill from there. I like to take my time, and most of the damage is going to be with my legs, from my leg kicks to my front kicks to the body kicks, pretty much anything we can land here. And also he has lower cardio than us too. I think Darren Till has about 90 to 91 cardio, something like that. So depending on how far the fight goes, could go into our favor as long as we're not overthrowing and we protect our body pretty well. See, we land a nice body kick right there. Make him whiff. Focusing on the leg right now to try to get him out the stance and really just mitigate his power. Which is not very easy, when you're trying to low kick, a highly competitive player, you had to set them up and you had to time them very well. I try to time him off of, just sometimes random cues, or maybe he misses a strike and I'm able to get a quick calf kick off, or sometimes just throwing it randomly. It just depends. You have to mix it up. If you have a rhythm on when you throw them, or you throw it off a certain punch, people will read them. So sometimes I throw it off a punch, off a combo, or just different times, because when you're playing high level guys, they're gonna start reading your patterns, especially the more and more they play you. But this is gonna be a 2-part video though. So it's gonna be, this video is part 1, and I'll probably upload part 2 tomorrow, where it was a really crazy fight. It was even crazier than this fight. So definitely stay tuned for that. And let me know in the comments down below if you guys enjoy watching me face other high-level players. I do like ranked, but, facing these high-level guys is a lot more fun than ranked. And right now there's a DNF glitch, something like that, where people are, I'm not really going to explain to you guys how to do it, but people are basically finding a way to quit and still get wins, similar to how Undisputed has it. So it's not really a fun place in ranked right now, especially if you're in the top 100 or 200. Once you get to higher ends, I'm probably going to wait till that's patched up, and I'll start probably playing ranked. Or I might try to get Division 20, pause it, and then once they fix it, we may go for the top 100. And this is all friendly, of course, because at the end of the day, this is more practice and trying to learn, getting better. That's all it's really about. So I appreciate them for, letting me spar with them. I spar with Drake, Tech, very, very high level guys. They teach me a lot of things. So, there's levels to the game. So you can always still learn and improve on your game. No matter what skill level you're at or you think you're at, you can always learn more. So always have the student of the game mentality at all times. But yeah, we're just still being very patient. We're still going to work up the body, and we're just trying to find our shots. For the most part, if you're pressuring or forcing it too much against, DrakeUFC, that's how you get at a major stamina disadvantage, along with getting counted heavily. So, and the fact that I'm Leon, I can't really box too much. I'll land a small combo, but you'll notice when I land my small combos, I constantly reset distance and I move back. You know, like once I land something, look, I move back and I reset. Back at kicking range. Because we don't really want to stay in the pocket too long. We've been doing a really good job of avoiding big boxing combos. So we just got to try to do this for the rest of the fight. But that's what makes it hard facing these high-level guys. I have to do what I'm doing here the entire match. If I'm not doing this the entire match and I take sloppy boxing exchanges, I would get slept very fast. So I have to play pretty much perfectly almost at all times. Even though we don't have the most realistic damage system, man, the way these guys can counter you, it could be fight ending pretty much. Because you'll get to a certain point where your head health's really low and you just get rocked with everything. So that's what we had to avoid. We end up opening up a cut on his left eye. So it can use our lead hook a little bit more to get some more damage off. But still, for the most part, I think we're taking these rounds. So I'm just trying to take it slow. You know, it's a 5-rounder, so we do have 3 more rounds to work. Hey, respect, bro. But yeah, these are some fun matches, man. You know, part 2, like I said, even crazier than this fight. Like, it was like crazy back and forth. So that's going to be a really fun one to post. Still trying to take my time, use my teeps. You know, we do have frontal assault. So that's going to make our front kicks faster and more accurate. We're losing the stamina game a little bit, so we do got to be careful. I do notice this in the fight, so I'm trying to slow it down a little bit, but still do enough damage. There we go. We hit him with a nice block counter, and we double up to the body. See, that's just taking my opportunity, but I didn't go overboard with it. So, you know, I backed out, and there we go. Look at that nice front kick down the middle. Ends up rocking him. Rock him on a nice knee. I had a feeling he was going to walk forward with something. So, you know, throwing a body knee, timing those are very good. Especially if you're a kickboxer trying to maintain that range. I was trying to throw a front kick right there, but he was pushing forward. So, it would just morph into a knee. So, even though it's looking a lot better for us, we still have to be very, very, very careful. Like I said, like one counter or one crazy exchange is the difference between me winning and losing. So far, we have a lot of head health. His is a little bit lower, but that could change in one crazy exchange. We end up sidestepping his uppercut right there by flicking my left stick down or up, either one. Still just, you know, just trying to land things, you know, small calf kicks, teeps, just very small strikes. You know, I'm not trying to land anything crazy unless I get the opportunity. If I get the opportunity, I would definitely take it. Now you see, we lose that exchange right there. I just threw a cross, trying to reset. End up rocking him another front kick because we were throwing a lot of them to the body. Rock him with a nasty roundhouse. We end up dropping him. This is Leon's like strong point. It's his kicks. His 96 kick power with a very, very quick speed for the most part. And it's doing more damage because it's landing on his liver. It's landing flush on the liver, so it does more damage. On top of him having a high level move. So still trying to take our time regardless of how much success I might be having right now. I still have to take my time. And you see right there we get a nice block counter. Trying to take my time with it. We end up getting another one right there. End up getting another body rock. Yeah, for the most part in spars, we usually just don't jump on each other for the most part. So that's why I didn't really jump. It depends. Sometimes we jump on each other, sometimes we don't. Still taking my time. You know, he still is dangerous. We end up rocking him again with the roundhouse. Just trying to take my time with very small shots. I'm not trying to go crazy with a combo, and we end up getting him right there. I appreciate the matches, man. You know, part 2 coming.